All right, in this video, we're going to talk about how to eliminate static in the Nokta Legend. Let's do it. Here we go. All right, we're going to talk mainly about beach, but a lot of these things will relate over to field and park and everything else. A lot of days you get out there and just as quiet as a mouse, you're sitting there swinging, don't hear anything but a signal come up. And then other days you get out there, you just hear it, just tones all over the place. And there's several reasons that this can happen. And the very first one I'm going to show you right now is the frequency adjust. Let's check it out. All right, frequency issues come from other detectors in the area. You might notice you don't hear anything. No, your friend gets close to you and all of a sudden your machine starts going crazy. You can also be in an area where you got power lines above your head. You can also be in an area that has alarm systems, dog fences. Anything that's putting out electromagnetic field can cause, this machine will hear it and start giving a lot of static. Now, how do you eliminate that? What you want to do is go here, push this button right here, and you want to go over here, and we're in the frequency side, and you push the center button, and what this thing will do will go through 13 different frequencies trying to find an alternate frequency that's not being interfered with some other frequency, like another detector. A lot of times, 10 out of 13 what it's on right now. You can technically actually come in here and adjust it manually by going through all 13 of them if you want to do that. But hopefully the machine will recognize any frequency it needs to eliminate and take care of it yourself. You got to get off that screen, just push this one time, and you're back off. A lot of times my friends will come up, have a detector near me, and I'll start hearing it. I'll put his detector right next to mine, run this, and it will eliminate it totally. My machine will be quiet as a mouse. This is one of the first things you need to try when you're trying to eliminate some static. All right, another setting you want to check if you're on the beach is this one right here. And that's what's called multi-wet and multi-dry, MW and MD. Sometimes I'll forget to have it on dry. And then I'll start hearing all this stuff. What is wrong with this thing? Then go to wet, and it takes it right away. I normally stay on MW the whole beach just to kind of eliminate that issue. But if I actually use this setting in a field sometime, and I will go to dry, and it does really well in a field mode, actually. But anyway, on the beach, you want to use MW most of the time right there. That will eliminate a lot of issues. All right, next we're going to talk about sensitivity. Now, a lot of times on the beach, you got a lot of black sand. All of a sudden, you'll start getting chatter because of the black sand in the ground or some other issues. You want to do sensitivity here. And right now, we got set low right now. Let's go up here. I normally keep it on 30 if I'm on the beach, as long as I don't have any chatter. What you want to do then is drop it down to maybe 20. And that's going to eliminate your depth a little bit, but not as much as you think it will. If you're getting cords at 15, maybe you'll get them at 12 and 11 now. It's not severely affecting it, but it does severely eliminate a lot of chatter on the beach. So sometimes I will go, if you can do it at 25 and the chatter goes away, leave it there. You got a little bit more, leave it there. But sensitivity can definitely eliminate a lot of chatter issues right there. All right, the next setting we'll talk about is stability. Now, to get to stability, we want to go to the menu right here, push that, and then we'll go over to recovery speed right there. And then what you want to do is press this button right here, and that will take you to several different menu options here. And you want to go to, you see ST, and there it is, ST. Default is 5. The engineers at Nokta have designed it so this eliminates a lot of issues you'd have at the beach. You can go down to 1 here or keep it up at 5. Now, the only reason you won't get a 1, if you find a lot of light gold targets, you might want to drop it down if it's stable enough to do that. Because at 5, you can miss a very light ½ gram gold target at the higher stability. At the lower stability, you might it'll be able to get smaller gold. But so rare you're going to have that issue on it. I'd keep it at 5 as long as it stays quiet. You'll get more targets. All right, the next set we're going to talk about is audio gain. We're going to go over to the menu, and then we'll come over to your volume. We're going to hit the set reject button here, and there it is, audio gain right there. What you want to do here It's set at 6. This helps you hear very deep targets. It increases the volume of deep targets, but it also increases the volume of all targets. So you want to keep it on 6 if you can, but if not, you can lower this down, the audio gain down, and you'll hear it when you listen to your speaker or on your headphones, whatever. You'll hear it change, that it's not picking as many deep signals up, and it's not picking up, it's reducing some of the sound from some other signals that are closer. But if you can, always leave it on 6. All right, another one is the ferrous and non-ferrous. If you're getting a lot of ferrous signals, like tons of iron nails in the ground, in this beach there or whatever, and you hear pop, it's just going off like crazy, you can't eliminate that. Right now, it's on A, which is all. You're hearing everything. And if we hit this button right here, we go to ferrous. You won't hear anything from 0 to 10 you won't hear, which is in the iron range. So that eliminates all that iron signals that's driving you crazy. Sometime on the beach, you get into a big iron area, and you just don't want to hear all that, so you can actually eliminate it by clicking that right there. All right, one more thing you can try is ground balancing. Normally, you don't have to ground balance. The machine is designed for each scenario. They've got it set up, but if you want to, you can give that a shot. You see the ground balance button right here. First thing you want to do is try to find an area that doesn't have any metal underneath it, so you're not getting any signals, because you just want to set it for the ground, not a signal on the ground. Then you want to hold this down and actually pump this 2 to 4 times until you get a number on it, and then you're done. Anyway, that's another thing you can try if all else fails. All right, one more thing that can give you a problem is your cell phone. Your cell phone is putting out a signal, checking the internet constantly, and it's putting out a signal that can interfere with your detection. And I have had mine do it before. You can always put your cell phone on airplane mode. That should do it, or just cut it off. You might want to just try that. If you get in and you can't figure out anything else, take your cell phone, cut it off, and see if that eliminates your problem. That could be it. All right, one more thing you might want to try is clean the coil cover. Look at mine right here, all this in here. If that's black sand in there that had gotten into it, it could cause some issues. I'm going to clean it out right now. I haven't cleaned mine out myself in a little while. Take that thing and get it cleaned out, wash it off good, and that will definitely help the detector. Or it could anyway, depending on what kind of sand's in there and all. All right, I try to run my machine as wide open as I can. If I got just a little static on a beach sometime, I don't have any problem. As long as I can hear that good signal from the chatter, I'm okay. Because you want to go as deep as you can, and you want to hear it all. So when you start adjusting things on this machine, you start eliminating some signals that you might want. Gold is very low signals, and sometimes small gold can be very light hits, especially a gold chain and all. It'll be really low numbers and all. So you want to keep it as active and as hot as you can get it, even though you might hear a little bit. Sometimes you're on a beach and you don't hear nothing. I mean, it's just quiet as much. You wonder if the machine's still on. You go, let me hit my scoop here and make sure the machine's on. Sometimes it's quiet, but you get on some beaches, it's because of the black sand or whatever, and other stuff in the area, other detectors, you start getting some static, and you definitely got to cut it down. Sometimes you have to do it. I have one beach I go to that every time I get, like between this street and this street, it starts giving me a lot of chatter. And I know it's coming from a alarm system or something's putting out some frequencies that's affecting the machine. There's all kind of things that can happen like that. But run it as hot as you can. You want to get those deep targets, and you want those light targets that are most likely going to be gold, those light targets. So you got to keep it hot. All right, anyway, I hope that helped you all. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster. We'll see you tomorrow on another adventure. Stay tuned.